Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Marcie Besecker, an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and it is Sunday and it is May the 19th. Can you believe like this year is almost half over? It's going by so quickly. And just so you know, there's like what 11, 12 days left of May, which is super crazy. And it is going by way too fast. I hope you're having a great weekend. I saw somebody mention the weather. It is 87 and sunny and beautiful here today. Although I've been inside because I've been working on my airplane class. So I'm super excited and I'll tell you about that in just a minute. Hello, hi Carrie. Hi Dina from Ontario, Canada. Hi Melanie. Hi Carol. Hi Renee. Carol. Let's see. Marcie, hi, how are you? Ramona, congratulations, a baby girl. I told you guys last week, and I kind of hinted to it a little before that, but I am having another grandbaby, and it'll be a grandson. So I'm really excited about that, and he'll be in town. So remember my son, when he moved to town, they needed a babysitter because they didn't have a sitter lined up or daycare. And my grandson started into like a preschool kind of daycare. And so now my son's like, Mom, you know what this means? We might need you until we can, find a sitter that's at least a couple days a week. Alyssa does work from home, but of course being on phone calls and she's super busy. So I'll get to keep the baby in the morning a little bit so she can get some work done and while Grayson's at school. So I think that's going to be the schedule, so we'll see. So your baby is due on Halloween, maybe the 28th, which would be my birthday. And my grandson is due mid-November. So if he's a little bit early, it might be my birthday, but that's okay. Excited about the fall babies. Hi, Tanya. How are you? Hi, Annie. Oh, thanks you guys about my projects. I appreciate that. Ooh, October 27th, Renee, you had a grandson last year. Yay. Hi, Trina. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Nika. How are you? Hi, Stephanie. Shirley, how are you? Kirkfield, Ontario, Canada. Welcome. Hi, Stacy. I get my baby fix. Yeah, my grandson right now, they're on a cruise, which is so funny because my daughter-in-law forever has said no cruises. Absolutely no cruises. She does not like being out in the water. I said, once you go on a cruise, you're going to want to go on more. So her parents actually bought them a cruise for Christmas, and they were all going to go. And so they just left last week, and they come home tomorrow. And she said the cruise wasn't long enough. She wishes it would have been a little bit longer. So I think she's going to be a cruise girl. I love cruises, so I'm happy. Maybe we'll all get to go on a cruise soon. Thanks for sharing, Stacy. I appreciate it. Hi, Kathy. So anyway, we are expecting a grandchild. So I decided I had to get the Cutest Onesie stamp set. And I'm going to show you a little bit of how I made it kind of go towards some colors that I wanted to do. And so I'll give you some ideas on that. Are you doing an airplane kit? Let's all sign up. Oh my gosh, Ramona. I am. So let me tell you, Take to the Sky class. I was requested to do this. So yes, I did it. And I have to tell you, I stayed up until 2 in the morning last night and got a couple of the projects done for this class, and I am super excited about them. They are really, really cute. So I have one more to do. So I have 3 done so far. So this class, my goal is to have it all ready to go by June the 10th. My goal is to try to get it out there to you just in case you need to do a card for Father's Day. And so I know that the bundle was out of, I should have checked it right now before I came on, but I believe it's the, part of it is out of stock right now, if I remember correctly. I think it's just the trinkets, if I remember right. But in this class, we're going to use these, the adhesive backed metallic gems, which are like little rivets. Let me take them out. So this is what I'm going to use in the class because I like them better. Number one, oh, let's put them like this. Number one, I like them better. Number two, they're not as thick and they're not as heavy. So let me see if I can get a good angle on these. So they're really, really cool. And so whereas the trinkets that come with the suite are heavy and thick. And so I just decided to use the other ones instead. So that is part of it. Let me make sure my camera looks like the focus is funky. So let me just double check it, which normally I have to go turn off my computer to fix that. So let me just fix that really quick. And then I'll fix the camera going down also. Yes, you can sign up now, Ramona. There is a link below. If you purchase I said the bundle and the DSP from me. Of course, if you purchase the suite, you're going to get the class for free. But if you purchase the bundle and the DSP from me, the class will be free. So just put that in the comment section that you're going to purchase it. And once I see the purchase, I will mark it off as paid on my tally sheet. I believe it's only the trinkets that aren't available. Yeah, that's what I thought, Stacy. So if you order those two things, the class will be free. So just make sure you notate that, so I'll be looking for it and mark you off. If you purchase it from me and you want the class, you must register, please, because number one, that's my way of keeping track of who wants the class. It keeps, you have your current address and any information that you need that I'll have for mailing the kit back to you. My goal is to mail the kit on the 10th. So I asked that it's paid by the 10th, but I'm only going to make a certain amount of kits so that I can get those out just in case you want to use those for Father's Day. So I wanted to do that. Let's see what else. So we have a few other announcements. June bingo is coming up. May's is this coming Wednesday, but it is sold out. But June is available. There's a link below. I do have the June projects ready, and they're really, really great. And if I could remember, I will tell you what they are. The Tune In is going to be one of them. I'm trying to look. Hold on. I have to see where I put them. Okay, I'll walk over in a second and find out, because I don't have it right here in front of me. So I'll go over there and look in a second and tell you what they are. But June Bingo registration is below, so that's ready to go. And the Seaside Wishes, I still have some kits for that. So if you're interested in that class, I do still have some, so I could get those shipped out to you immediately. Oh, you can purchase the whole suite now, Renee. Perfect. Thank you. I know that the resin dots, the in color resin dots are now available. I posted that on my business Facebook page, so maybe they came in the same time, so that's great. So if you want those, then you could purchase the whole suite. All right, the next thing is, please don't forget this Amazing Join special. There's only a little bit of time left on that, and I wanted you to not miss out. A couple things I just want to say, and I've mentioned it before. If you join now and want to give it a try, now is the best time. When you join in the middle of a quarter, that first quarter is not your official quarter. The first full quarter is your first quarter. So what you want to do is you'll have through the end of September to come up with your first $300 quota. And then October is a grace period, just in case you don't make that. So you're going all the way through the end of October, which is going to allow you to purchase the holiday catalog too, which should help you meet that $300 goal. And of course, sharing with a friend, letting them know that you're a demonstrator and that you are putting an order in, or share your link with them. Then that's going to be a great way to meet your quota and be able to stay a demonstrator. So it's worth giving it a try. If it doesn't work, then there's no harm, no foul. At least you gave it a try, and you'll get a discount until the end of October. Let's see. Thank you guys. Thank you for checking on that. Oh, good, Ramona. I'm glad you're going to join. It is a fun class. That airplane class is going to be so much fun. All right, so I think that's it for now. I'm going to share some other information a little bit later. So let's get busy with this, and I'm going to show you the card, and I'm going to check on my bingo upcoming so I can tell you what's in the kits because I don't remember. The Unbounded Love, Tune In. Country Flowers and Citrus Blooms. Country Flowers, Citrus Blooms, Tune In, and Unbounded Love. So that is what's coming up with bingo next month. All right, so what we did here is I used the Cutest Onesie set, and I chose to keep my dies in the envelope they come in, and I'm just going to keep them in here because there really isn't anything like a label or words or anything that I would use with something else other than maybe the numbers. So I just decided to keep it inside here. I also used the drizzled droplets. So the drizzled droplets, I really like this for a background. It's a great stamp. I'm going to also use the Spotlight on Nature, which I did for the circle here. And I'm just realizing I don't know that I have one of these cut out already. So I might need to cut one out real quick. But we'll look inside our little envelope and see. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out with our, let me close my door. My husband just popped his head in here, but he didn't close the door all the way, which means my animals are going to start coming in. He was trying to be quiet. He's outside working, and I had a feeling he was going to come in and forget that I had a video. All right, so we have our thick white cardstock, and of course our regular panels that I like to do is the matte layers are 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, which are the back layer here and also inside, and I do it in Balmy Blue. And then on the next layer, which is the DSP layer, which is what I call it, either I create my own DSP or it is DSP, but whatever this top layer ends up being is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do some coloring with the droplets. So let's do that first. If you have this glass mat, this is a perfect way to pull this out. I just line it up on my line just like this. I usually take one of my sheets that I had that I just used, this one for another project. So I'm going to take that out, and then we're going to use Balmy Blue. And so I'm just going to ink this up just like this. It sticks really nicely to this. It's just like a block, so you don't have to try to put it on a large block or anything. I'm going to take my front page. I want it to be all the way to the top. So I'm just going to go right here on the top. Set it down like I've showed you before. Lay that on there. Now you don't want to press too hard because there's less of a stamp at the bottom. And so the edges probably have some ink on them. So just lightly go over this and as flat as you can. And then lift this up because you don't want to press too hard because you're going to get, like, see this right here has a bunch of ink on it and you don't want to get that around the edges there. Okay, so there's that one. And then I'm going to leave it because now we're going to go on the inside and we're going to take our inside piece. Oh, let me make sure that I wanted to check my camera here. So let me just make sure that my focus isn't weird on this one. Oh, no, this one's fine. So sometimes when I turn my computer off and back on or something, then my autofocus starts happening on the camera and on my videos, and so I wanted to make sure I fixed that. I don't know why the other one just stayed that way. All right, so now I'm just going to do the bottom half, and this is going to be the bottom of our card. So same thing, we're going to just lay it right here. I can see where the ink is that I inked right there. So let's just lay that there. All right, and then this is going to be the bottom of our card there. And it's really light, so you can write, and that'll be fine right there. So we'll put that inside, this outside, and now we're just going to clean this up and put it away. All right. And then I like to put it right back in because you want to keep this, you know, clean. Okay, now, couple things that I did. I wanted to make this not all blue. I wanted to add a little bit of a different color on it. So I decided, of course, to bring in the Summer Splash. So what I did is I'm going to bring in, I grabbed this paper out of the 6x6. This is the Subtles, and this is where I got the little circle. So let's just do this really quick first. And then I also did a pool party, a little pool party hanger. So we're going to take our onesie. Let's see if it'll fit right here. And it will. So we're going to do that in black. And when you do it, the circles are kind of aligned. So you just want to make sure, I got to get my silicone mat because my ink pad is making way too much noise and scooting around. All right. So you want to make sure that the sides of your onesie are kind of aligned with your outfit there. Now I know that my little sleeve's off close, but it is on there, so it'll be fine. So I just kind of went down the circles right here. You can see it just goes down the circles. That way it's not all wobbly, which is really no big deal because there are just circles everywhere, so that's fine. So we're going to die cut that out. And I just had one, but where did it go? Oh, here it is. All right, so I had one die cut out already. All right, now what we're going to do is I did die cut out this piece, but we need the second smallest piece. So I'm going to pull this out and just look. I believe that's this one, and it is. So now I want to go with one smaller. So these go back and forth, notice. So it's the, like the flourish, the lines, and then this, like the stitching and then the lines. And then this starts with the lines, so it kind of goes the opposite. So I want to do this one in white. So I'm just going to grab a quick piece. And so what I did is kind of think about when you're doing that. Like when you want, if you're doing a card for a little girl, you may want to start out with that little flourish eyelet look. And then that might be the outside of your piece. So you might want to use this piece as your outside because it's a little more frilly, a little more girly. And so you might want this piece here to be your outside piece. And then again, if you start with the, you know, going in the inside, you might do with this one here if you want it smaller. So it just depends on what you're looking for. All right, so we have our smaller piece here. And these, I've used these dies a lot, so I'm just going to kind of, if I kind of stick my finger in there like that, but you could, you know, put your tool under there and try and get them off. I have used these so much. Why is it not coming out? Wow. Wow, this is really hard. Okay, hold on. Get the ink out of the way. And this is probably dirty. And now I have ink on my hand. Now you can, if these become a problem to get them out, is put wax paper on them when you cut, but I had no problems yesterday for whatever reason. or 2 days ago, but for whatever reason today, it is not wanting to come off. I might have to cut another one with wax paper. All right, well, the good thing is I have another set, so I'm going to do this one, which is going to be this one here. And I'm going to use wax paper, because this one has a lot of this detail in it right here. For whatever reason, it is sticking. So I'm going to grab a piece of wax paper. So this is what I use. So here's the wax paper that I use. And what I do is I cut this hole in my wax paper so I can just grab it out and pull it out. But sometimes, especially when you use dies for a whole lot of die cutting, sometimes it's just a lot easier. I just take my paper like this and I add my wax paper on here, and then I'm going to cut this out. These dies have really seen some love, trust me. Alright, so look at this. Oops. Alright. So here's our wax paper. There we go. Alright. Yay. Okay, so now what we want to do is we're going to color this and get it the color we want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this in here. And now you want to be careful with this because you can mess up your blends. So any kind of blends on this paper, the glimmer paper, because it's kind of rough. And I'm going to put... I know it's harder to see like this, so let me grab a piece of paper. There we go. I'm going to take the Summer Splash, and I'm doing the dark one, and I'm taking the brush end, and I don't have to do the whole thing because this is going to go on here. So just kind of go, and I don't go back and forth. I try to go one way, but anytime you're doing glimmer paper, it can mess up the brush on your blend. So just be aware of that. And I'm just going to add some color on here. And you can go on it more and more and more and make it darker. But see how, like, if you wanted to do pink glimmer paper or yellow or lavender, this is a great technique. Just like, you know, coloring ribbon, can add whatever you want on it to kind of give it that. Now, I don't know if you guys can see, but in this, you can see there's blues and greens and even some yellow in it. So you can kind of see some different shades because it's that iridescent kind of look. So let's see. Okay, there we go. You have a great granddaughter coming in July. Oh, nice. Congratulations, Michelle. Hi, Susan. How are you? Okay, so there is our piece here. And so we're going to just glue this together because as soon as I find the glue. If you guys don't use, I use a lot of buckets because I use them for different projects, but these are from IKEA. This is a new color they have. I have a ton of white ones. Let me tell you what the number is. I think this is the number that, oh no, it's this one, 105.040.57. So let me give you a little closer. I don't know if you can see that. 105.040.57. But they're really, really reasonable, and boy, they stack nicely and they're great. I use those so I can put each project in for classes or bingo or whatever. I'm going to use glue because we are doing this on glimmer. And what I like to do is put it on and then just kind of smooth it out so it gets in that glimmer paper. All right, and we're going to just set that aside. Now the next thing I did is, I did this ahead of time, so I'll just show you because I hid them here, is you're going to take your adhesive foam, okay? I added a little piece of glimmer on there, and then I colored some of it with Balmy Blue, some of it with Summer Splash, okay? So I just did that, and then I took the dies, the 1, 2, 3 dies, which are right here, and I just laid them on there and then cut them out. And then I had extras because if you notice on this card, I did the 1 and the 3 in Summer Splash and the 2 in Balmy Blue. Well, now we have the 1 and the 3 in Balmy Blue and the 2 in the Summer Splash. So I thought, well, we might as well use those. So we will be using those. Then what I did is I cut out the little pocket. I stamped it with the stamp set right here. And I did this on just Balmy Blue and then used this die to cut it out. So here's our little pocket. And so we're going to add this on the little shirt. And of course, the Settles is a great package of paper, the 6x6, to use for this. You can do all different colors. Right, so just kind of put the jacket. What I also like about this set is you could stamp these little buttons and make it like a little Hensley, and put the little Hensley, like the little buttons right there, and make that like, it's more like a little boy one too, but little girls have it, and you can use a different pattern, little flowers, or you can also add little hearts or little stars on there, which is really, really cute. And then on this one, I took this rattle. There's a lot of piecing this together, so I'm just going to show, I did a lot of the die cutting. So I did the little rattle there, but then I also did it a second time in the Balmy Blue so that I could have the Balmy Blue right here. And if you look at the rattle, it kind of looks the same, but it has a little more space on the top than on the bottom. So I made that the top because that's what it looks like there. So I just added a little bit of that. Except I'm putting it on with my left hand, which does me no good. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm just going to straighten that out so it's nice and straight. So there's our little rattle. So we'll put that up there to dry. This is up there to dry. And then we have our little hanger. Now, when I die cut out the, no, let me move in a little bit. When I die cut out the shirt, it has a little slit in it. Okay, has a little slit, and that's for your hanger. So we're going to pick up our hanger. And I didn't want it blue and I didn't want it Summer Splash, but I wanted it just kind of in the same tones, and so I pulled the Pull Party. And then here's our little hanger. Don't try and put the arms of the hanger in first. Do it from the back and slide it in. And then what I did is I just added a little bit of glue underneath, because you can add your dimensionals on top of that after, but I just wanted a little bit of glue to just kind of hold it in place. All right, so we're just going to set that aside and let that dry. All right, so let's put this part together. And I didn't stamp anything on the inside other than this, so we're going to go ahead and glue that in. But I love the idea, like, oh, wouldn't it look so cute if we did it in like maybe Bubble Bath and the peach, or Pretty in Pink and the peach would be really, really pretty. All right, so here's our 2 panels for the inside. Alright, so there's that. And now the outside, we can go ahead and add these panels because we're not putting any bows or anything. I thought, number one, it's a boy for a boy, so I didn't add a bow. But I like the glimmer on it. And I really didn't put any embellishments on it, but I think I will on this one because I have an idea. So but it has glimmer on it. You don't really need embellishments, but, you know, I like embellishments, so I think I will. I have an idea of what I want to put on, see what they look like. I really do like how they're putting the slits there in some of these dies. Like the hamburger one, remember the platter where it's got the slit? Now this one that you can, you know, put it together, which is really nice. All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna layer this up and add it. I like to put 4 and then 1 in the middle. We don't want a saggy circle, right? And you could, you know, add everything to the circle first if you wanted and then add this on there. It does, you know, whatever works for you. I'm going to put that right about there. And I think I am ready. I'm going to add this 1, 2, 3. Well, I have them in here because I figured I didn't want to waste these, right? And so I'm just going to kind of put those right here. Look how cute. All right, so there's our 1, 2, 3. And I even added the foam back in here for the next project. All right, so now we have our embellished onesie, so we can fix that. So I just put the dimensionals right there on top of the hanger so that it doesn't go anywhere. All right. And I'm just gonna put this one here. I always like to make sure it's secure. I don't want to put a lot of embellishments, or dimensionals, but I definitely want to make sure we have enough to secure it. So I'm going to actually put one more small one right up at the collar area because of the hanger there. And that I'm going to put it right on the hanger. There we go. Just to give it that little extra right there. All right, those are done. So I went all the way to the bottom where the lines are at, and that's where I put the bottom of the onesie. Okay, and then we're going to add our rattle. Should be here. And I went ahead and glued that part down. So what I'm going to do is grab my tweezers in my right hand, right where I want to grab it, because it doesn't need to have glue right at the top, but this way I can turn it over, add my glue, add a couple dots down here, teeny tiny dots, just so it doesn't go anywhere, and I'm going to just slide that right there. I moved it over, so I want to get that extra adhesive up. All right, now for the sentiment, what I did is I have 2 different sentiments here, and I just took a scrap piece of white paper, and let me move all this out of the way and bring my silicone mat back in and my black ink. And then I try to do it as close to the edge as I can, at least on one of them. It just helps, it helps how I'm going to cut it. So I'm going to do it right here. And if you do it semi-close and straight, then you don't have to worry about lines. This isn't exactly straight, but that's okay. We're going to fix it. I want the white paper to be as close as I can to the sentiment. So I like to bring in my larger scissors, and I'll show you, and I've showed you this before, is I like to go straight. If you hold your paper straight and you look all the way down your words, then you can cut pretty straight, okay? Whereas if you, and that's why I like the longer scissors when I do this, whereas if you have your scissors and you are looking right here, but you're angling your scissors, are not going to be as straight. And so we're going to do the sweet first, and this goes right along the A and the S, because that's how I lined them up. And now we're going to worry about just the sweet boy, and this is a lot smaller, so I can do it with this one. I'm just going to go straight up, and now I'm going to cut this one and then bring in my long scissors so I can look all the way down. So if you look, you can kind of know that you're starting how far up on boy and then how far on sweet that you want to end. So we're going to do that. And now I'm going to go this way. That out of the way. Now I'm going to do this. Look all the way down. Make sure it's above. That's how I like to do it. It just works out best for me. And then same here. You know where you're going to start it and where you want to end it. So it comes out really close. It's not perfect, but that seems to work for me. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to add them onto our pull party. I'm going to make sure that this is cut smooth right here. This doesn't look like it's a very smooth cut. It could have been a folded piece that I used for something else, so I just want to make sure it's straight. And now we can add our sentiments, and I'm just going to add a little bit of glue. And you can add seal if you want. I like the glue because you can wiggle it right to where you want it. So I make sure I have about the same width on the side and on the bottom, because that's just the easiest way. Same with this one. And I'm going to do it over here because I don't want them right by each other, because we know that they're not going to line up exactly, right? So I'm just going to do this one right here. Same thing. Bottom and top, bottom and side, you want them to be about the same distance because that's less cutting. All right, so let's do this one first. Same thing, you want a little bit of color on the side. So I get it to right about where I want it. And right about there. I think my words moved a tiny bit. My glue. That's the one thing when you do glue, you should wait a little bit so it doesn't move, but that's fine. All right, so there's that one. All right, so that one's fine. All right, so there we go. And now we're going to bring this in. We're going to add dimensionals. So this is going to go up here, but I want dimensionals except like under the S. So we're just going to go over a little here and right about here. It doesn't have to go all the way to the end, but you're going to layer it up on the little onesie. So I'm just going to put a tiny bit of glue right here, like a tiny bit. And then that's just going to go right here. Sweet boy. Okay, same thing here. This is going to go here, so I don't want to put dimensionals here. So I'm going to put one larger dimensional on this end. Okay, so don't tell me if anybody's seen it because I know it comes on earlier, but I am so excited about American Idol tonight. I don't know who wins, so don't tell me. I know California, we're always the last to learn, and it's probably still airing right now because I think it comes on at 5 on our recording because it comes on the East Coast. But we watch it at 8 o'clock, so we wait until after our dinner and everything, and then we watch it. But I am excited. I would like to see Jack Blocker win because I like him. For whatever reason, I tend to like the people that are different. But I think Abby will win. And honestly, I will be happy with any of the 3 because they're all really good. So I am fine with that. So there you go. So I thought this was so pretty. And it just kind of gives it that boy feel with the green and the blues, but I think it would be really pretty. And if I would have thought about it, I would have done the second one in the peach and the pinks. I think that would have been really, really pretty, but super easy card. Just find some DSP that you like that is cute. I didn't want it to overtake the card with a DSP. I wanted something subtle, and I really wanted this sparkly green to kind of, because in person, you can really see some sparkly blue too. Still has almost 2 hours left on the East Coast. Yeah, Stacey, I figured it started at 5 and it's a 3-hour show tonight. So, yee, I'm excited. My husband's doing some teppanyaki out on our Blackstone grill tonight. Yay. And so he knows I was in here working on some projects. And I made a last minute change to a couple things, and not the card, but some stuff I've been working on. My class is coming up. I also am I'm not posting it yet because it's not ready yet, but I will have another really fantastic 3D class. But it's going to be a 3D and card combo class, but it's going to be something super cool. So that's coming. I just want to get it done first so I can take pictures and everything and get it all figured out first before I put it out there. But like I said, I am working on the Take to the Sky class. There's a link below. 2 of the cards. You know how sometimes you just get really crafty and creative, and it's like, it just seems like you could just go for hours and keep creating. Well, that's what I was last night, and I kept, like, I did not want to go to sleep. And my husband's like, are you staying in here tonight? Because I said, I'm going to be in, I went sailing with my husband last night. So I said, I'm going to be in my room tonight because I was already on the go when it was time for us to go sailing. And he was like, oh, that's fine. He knew I had projects to do. And when, you know, sometimes when you get in your zone, you just have to go with it. So that's what I did last night. So I was really excited that I got 3 of my airplane cards done. And so I have 1 more project to do for it. And so I hope you'll join in on that class. I'm going to stop it at a certain number. As soon as I get all the projects done, I'll kind of figure out what I want to do. Depends on how many people RSVP. And then it's going to be kind of a quick class because just in case you want to use it for Father's Day, I want to get it out there for you. Because there's some really great projects. So that's why this class is probably going to move a little faster. I just want to hold grandbabies before I'm even older. Aw. I know I'm ready for a little one. We have our 2 little ones in Montana, but they're kind of far away. And we get to see them on video, which is just so much fun because you guys have seen Bo, the little redhead. Boy, oh boy, is he a busy one. He is on the go now, running around and starting to talk, and he is just a handful. And then she has the little one who's only a few months old, so she's keeping busy. And then we have Grayson, who is going to be 6 in September, and then in November having a new little brother. So he's really excited to have a brother. And then Addison, I'm going to go see her in August. She's the oldest and my only granddaughter. So I'm super excited. She's so funny because she called me the other day and she said, Ani, I have a fundraiser do you want to buy some candles? Well, she's asking the wrong person because I love candles. So I said, well, let me tell me what you have. So she was showing me all the scents, and I think I ordered, it was $100 worth. And she was like, are you going to buy the whole catalog? And I said, no, but I am going to buy some candles. So my daughter warned me that was coming. So I always think fundraisers is a good reason to buy stuff, right? And so she was super excited because she had to turn it in that night. And she kept forgetting to call me to order. So she was happy that I did. Your second great grandbaby is due in January. Ooh, exciting, Deborah. Congrats. Oh, good, Stephanie. I'm glad you ordered the set. It's a great baby set. Like I said, adding the colors. I even thought with the, don't forget this. What is it called? The droplets, drizzling droplets. It is a great set because you could take daubers and add both of the colors if you wanted in the background. You could emboss it in gold. You could do, so many different things with that would be a lot of fun. And I think that's a great background for lots of different things. My 5th grandson arrived last Monday. Oh, Tanya, how exciting. That is very exciting. Congratulations. I don't want to be missing any comments. I'm trying to read them. So wait for more great grandbabies. Oh, no more grandbabies. Oh, they're done. Yeah, I think this is our last one. Somebody said, maybe your youngest, but no, she's done. My daughter, she's no more for her. And then my son, I don't know. They haven't said if they're going to have another one. I don't think they will, but you never know. Maybe they'll try for a girl, but sometimes you know what happens when you keep trying. They'll have a whole baseball team, right? All right, everybody, we'll have a fantastic week. Wednesday night is bingo. Don't forget, it's going to be at 5 o'clock. I even made new numbers. So you'll get to see our new numbers. So don't forget, June bingo is open. The May bingo has already sold out. Is it too late to help your granddaughter with candles? Oh, that is so sweet of you, Pat. I believe she had to turn it in on Monday, but I will ask. I will announce it Wednesday if it's still open, but I don't think it is. I think they've already done that. Seaside Wishes, yes, I still do have a few left for the Seaside Wishes class. There's 4 great projects. One super fancy 5x7 with an envelope, one fancy fold, an A2 size card, and a 3D item. So this is still available. Take the Sky is the class I was telling you about. 4 projects, you will get a PDF with a private video link to create these. You can create them at your leisure, buy the bundle or suite from me, and you can the bundle and the DSP from me and get the class for free. You do still have to register, so please don't forget to register, and in the comments just comment and say that you're going to buy the suite or the products from me, and then I'll mark your class free when I see your purchase. Okay, Melanie. I got my bingo for June already. Yay, Carol. Yes, you did. All right, everybody have a great rest of your week, and I will see you soon. I'm going to put up a few of the QR codes, but a lot of links are below. I will see you Wednesday at 5 o'clock. See you later. I almost forgot free shipping. Don't forget on the 21st, free shipping. Somebody did, sorry, not over yet. Somebody did ask me about free shipping. What do you order for free shipping if you don't really need anything, or you have what you need, or whatever? White paper and adhesive. I always take advantage of the free shipping, and I get my paper. So check out your paper, see what you might need. Look at your DSP, what you're thinking of using. Maybe for your airplane card, you're going to buy the bundle because you're going to do the class. Buy some Misty Moonlight, some Night of Navy, whatever the green is, I can't remember off the top of my head, Old Olive maybe. So look at the beige paper, that goes great. The copper textured paper, Things like that. Think about what you're going to be using or on your bundles that you have or your DSP. Look at those and check out your paper. So paper and adhesive is always a good thing to buy. Okay, now we'll see you Wednesday.